Greetings. Yeah, greetings. Hail I, Most High, Jah, Rastafari. Rastafari, Jah, Rastafari. All praises be unto the Most High ever living. I, the Most High King of a Queen Omega, beginning without end, the self-begotten God, the immortal one, the unknowable God, the Kalunga. Yes, hail I, the Most High, Jah, Rastafari. Our praises ascending, yeah, all the way, all the ways, through the hallways, into, the center board, through the Trinity's 2 and 1. Yes. Ilmai, Mosaja, Rastafari, Jarastafari, Jarastafari. Yes, our three Jarastafarites, yes, in the presence of, the Trinity and their three count her parts. Yes, the poweresses. Yes, all praises be Sila, Selassie, Amen, Ra, Amen, Tien, Amen, Tien, and Ra and Tienai. Yeah, yeah, give thanks, Sila, C.I., the first, Yeah, we here. Yeah. We are grateful for being here, on this day. What day is it today? We are Moon Day, which on your calendar is the second day of the week. On your calendar, Moon Day is the second day. Sunday is the first day. Good. But yeah, they tell you the first day of the week is Monday. It's the first day of the work week, school week. Huh? Right. But on the calendar, the first day of the week is Sunday. Oh, interesting. And wait a minute, you have 12 months a year, and each month has a distinct name, correct? Okay, good. But yet, we have 7 days in the week, and these days just repeat themselves over and over again. I mean, it doesn't make sense, now does it? Yes, every day is supposed to have a distinct name. It is true, and we reset at the end of the year. Yeah, so every day is supposed to have a distinct day, yet for, I guess, to keep things orderly. Because you see, you people, man, you see like how you love to act like as if we don't need line order. Yeah, that's a demonic concept still. But you don't need a law and order, and we don't need no leaders and blah, blah, blah. And then guess what, man, everyone thinks they're the leader, and guess what, everyone's crazy. Everyone's trying to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's a big competition. That's right, man. And guess what, man? There's no unity. There's no true progress. The only progress we see is amongst those who are actually consolidating their efforts and solidifying as a people. You know what I'm saying? And uniting and working together as one. Very good. Watch all these individualists. We live in an individualistic society, which that all started in the days of, Simon Magus, the evil Jesus twin who was killed. He was killed the second time he was crucified, but he was crucified once and he did not die. You know what I'm saying? He was given gall to drink and they conspired to save him. Yeah, but that all started then. Jude the ass Iscariot. Ass Carriot. And he's also known as Thomas, the dumbass, you know what I'm saying? And Elim-ass, and Annas, or Annas, the sorcerer, that's right. He's also known as Simon Magus. Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, that all started then because prior to, this new Jesus religion taking over about this dead God, there were other cults. There was the Orphic cult, there was the Dionysian cult, Osirian cult, and then there was Attis, then there's Mithras, and Celios, and the Eleusinian cult. Good. And so even those in the Senate in the Roman Empire, including their kings and their empires, were, followers of different cults. You see? And so they didn't know which cult to make the Roman Catholic official religion because there were so many. Good. But then when this Jesus came, which guess what? Well, Christ is the greatest messenger of all. Many of these ones who came prior, even Dionysius and Attis and Orisis, is Christ in prior generations. Good. And then what happened was, well, these cults were infiltrated. Yeah? They were infiltrated, and then people invented this whole concept of a dead God and said that the God died. And in many cases, somebody was crucified on a stake, but it was not him. It was not the one. Okay, good. Well, Rome universalized their Christian religion and made it the religion of the empire, meaning if you don't worship Jesus, or at least are willing to call your dead savior of the past Jesus Christ, which, remember, these are just titles, but it's still a conversion, right? Because you're still saying that, well, even if you say, we're going to change the inscription on a Dionysian temple, and we're going to replace the name Dionysus with Jesus Christ. And how about Pythagoras? Same thing. We're going to call him Jesus Christ. How about Matthias? Jesus Christ. They're all anointed ones and saviors. Okay, good. Well, a lot of people weren't willing to do that, because basically what they're saying is that, well, that my savior is Jesus Christ. Okay? And they weren't willing to do that, and so they were persecuted, killed. You see what I'm saying? Okay, good. And then they universalized their religion, and then they uniformed their God now as the only God, and said that he's the one supreme God. They uniformed all those gods into this one Jesus now, and then said he is the supreme God, the one true God. Well, that's not how it was prior to that. Prior to that, there were many gods, some good, many bad. Yeah, and people could find their way to the Most High God through these other little gods of his, you know, and find their way to the devil and Satan through those other fallen gods, which were the demons. That's how it was. Rome changed that. Okay, good. So in those days, all of these different cults and mystery schools, they were all individualistic. Dionysian was the savior of the Dionysians. Attis was the savior of the Atticians. Huh? Osiris was the savior of the Osirians. You see what I'm saying? Very good. Very good. But for some reason now, it changed with this Jesus, who now they're saying he's the universal savior for all. And he's coming to save all. But yet in your Bible, it says that Christ sent his disciples out to fish, because they became fishermen of men, to fish for the lost house of Israel, and that it is only that they came to save. For the Gentiles, God decided to save them because his people abandoned his ways, and God made the Gentiles his chosen at that time. We're not talking about all white people. We're talking about indigenous Gentile people of Europe. Some of them are actually barbarian blood as well. Well, they still turned to God, and he gave them the keys. See? Good. Rastafari. Well, now we want the keys back. See? And even they want the keys back from these other barbarians now who came and took it from them and destroyed even their civilizations in Europe and that kind of thing. See? They want the keys back to who it rightfully belongs to. Rastafari. They call it the vampire keys. Really are the Most High Jah. So I'm just saying that's where it all started. These individualistic cults later were uniformed into Christianity, you know, and it is what it is. Another judgment. You see Sakurajima volcano in Japan. You see that? Huh? Did you see that? It's on the altar. Huh? You see the power? Oh my God! Oh my God! And Edna's still leaking. She's still leaking. I'm growing up. I'm growing. I'm blowing. Yeah, I'm glowing. I'm throwing up. Yeah, for real. Yeah, she's just blowing up, you know, glowing up, throwing up, growing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's growing up, you know. Yeah, that's stuff, all right. I saw that Japanese rascal gang stalker the other day. This man tried to intercept me again. Hey, Dread. Yeah. Even glitched. Gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You're still coming for me, eh? That's right. That's right. I saw that big earthquake in Japan after you guys came for me. Big ambush that day, huh? On my son's birthday, huh? Flipping Jap chop. What an idiot. They all get chop boy. Zern and the rascal judgment. They all get your head top clapped too. Yeah? Yeah, man. I tell you, man. One of the blood clot head slap, clap. Yeah? Really high. But, Don't know you're a sharpshooter, I'm shoot off a boy blows and skirt head. You see me I'm saying? Take it off like a girl crop top. You see me I'm saying? Yeah, well. I drive by in a drop top. Bumble. Bad man a clap back. Yo! Just having a joy, people. Just having a joy. Celebrate life. Yeah? And burn the wicked, you know what I mean? Yeah. See all these damn so-called flipping psychics and tarot card readers and all these flipping people, diviners and flipping people in the spiritual community. I don't see them fighting against the flipping spiritual forces of evil that are here to overrun mankind. You see what I'm saying? And turn this planet into a prison rascal planet. I don't see none of you doing that, you know. You prefer just sit down and talk about blah, 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 kind of stupidness, people's personal business, which none of them never give you no consent for do that. And according to you, all the people who are listening to you, they're all chosen and exactly. Just lead them astray. Just sit down there and keep listening and do nothing and act like as if you're doing something just because you have things. You know, we're manifesting, yeah, you know, trying to manifest. What are you trying to manifest? Money. Success. Even love. You know, you're trying to manifest a significant other. Yeah, you're manifesting. Yeah, for sure you're manifesting. But yet, no, not try to manifest a better world. None of you ain't trying to manifest on how to help, clean up this world. Because you don't care about the world. You just care about yourselves. And even then, you don't even care about yourselves. You need to have money and stuff like that to care about yourself. It's self-love. Just buying stuff for myself and looking pretty and just dolling up. And you know what I mean? Yeah, just decking myself up and, just eating, the most expensive food or whatever. Self-love, self-care. This is my truth, my truth. And, I don't really believe that. And I don't really believe this. And I don't really believe that, even though the Bible says that, I don't really believe that. I don't believe that money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. Money can help. Money, really? But Christ said money is the root of all evil. And me take Christ's side over anyone I don't know. Yes, I take my side over anyone of yours still because you're idiots. You see what I'm saying? But money is not the root of all Bambakla evil. It's clear that money is the root of all evil. People will do anything for flipping money. What are you talking about? That's all you want is money. Huh? Money is your God. You know, stuff alright. It's a blessed day. It's a blessed day, truly it is. People, there's just so much going on. This is a wild star freestyle, but you got big incoming in this Bumble Rascal Judgment. You see? And you just wait for the fish to drop. Big fish to drop. You see? Yeah. Last time I telling you that, and you know which whale I'm talking about. He's just one of them, but just get ready for that. You see what I'm saying? Rastafari, get ready for that, but you see reggae music right now, it's not that reggae music is dead, it's far from dead, but we need new vibes, new sound, new lyrics too, we need to open up like a new level of consciousness. You see, and this is what my sister has been doing, even my Damien, still there, and still opening it up for you, but Tishan came to open it wider. You see what I'm saying? Like, send him out there. All right, good. You see his music, you see the lyrics, the content, all right, you see even the rhythm arrangement, you never hear that before. So it's a new sound, see, and it's amazing. See, this is what we're supposed to do with the great things that we have access to. We have access to music. Alright, so we're going to try and make it greater and greater and greater and do greater and greater things, okay? This whole reggae music thing, it was founded by Rastafari, see? And it was used as a weapon against Babylon and as a means and an instrument of praise to Jah. See? And also as a mechanism to gather the people then and uplift them, encourage them, and plug them in to this open source of a new level of consciousness. All right, good. So no, you don't understand what reggae is, and you just want to dance, and I like reggae, yeah, well that's it, and that's all it is for you. Well, guess what? Those days soon done, because we're taking everything blows that skirt forward, we're reclaiming it. You know what I'm saying? so that reggae will be what it was meant to be, not what you want it to be, which is blood clot, nothing really. It's just feel good, blood clot music. See, we're not in enough feel good music. That's all reggae is to most people. Feel good, ras clot music. Burn that. See, that's gonna change. Tired of this bullshit. Everybody wants to feel good. Yeah, just live, love, laugh, and live. You know, live, love, and laugh. You know, like you're taking life so seriously. Yeah, man, we're taking life so seriously. Like we're not supposed to take life seriously, huh? Like life is supposed to be a bomber-clad joke. Smoke break. We give thanks. For life, health, strength, and for all great things. You know? But what else is going on? You got Jamaica talking about NIDS. This guy calls himself priest, Fagan. How are you a priest? He's a so-called elder. Rasta community leads some Rasta, it's a sect, school of divinity or something like that. So how are you a high priest? Who will make you a high priest? That's right, these guys just come and call themselves high priest, just like this guy, Ras Flego, whose house was demolished during Hurricane Melissa. So if you know, so that's a judgment. He's supposed to be a Rasta elder and calls himself a high priest and wrap up in a turban, but don't like Bobo Shanti. And I've even spoken with this man and he told me, yo, you know, if you just, you know, what he said? Like black supremacy, it's like I'm too extreme, you know, and the Black Star, he said that you know, like it's offensive to some, you know, the Black Star. This guy never liked my dada, Prince Emmanuel. I was never amongst the Bubbles. I was never a member of Rastafari, Bobo Shanti Mansion. I was never a Congress member, right? So you wrap up your turban just like the Bobo them, and yet, according to you, well, Prince Emmanuel is wrong about what he thought. Ras Fako. About Flaco. You will burn them. I don't care who views are L or what. Let me show you the respect still, but when you see when come to Rastafari, I'm here the head. Sister Kalanja, I'm a twin head. Damien man, they are the head. Overweight and still me a head over Damien. See? And then me have Bumbleclad Tishan who is a head in the scene. And we have Aston. We have leaders for Rastafari right now. Sister Kalanji is the president of the Naya Bingi. See? Which is the second Rastafari mansion founder. You could say, yeah, well, you can call it the second Rastafari mansion. But come through the first, which is known as Rastafari. We're talking about Leonard Howell, who founded the first Rastafari settlement and church and government. He is the founder of the Rastafari movement. King Leonard David Percival Howell, my great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, bright and feisty. See? So I don't know where you people think Rastafari is in the world today, but to come to show you where Rastafari is. Rastafari is on top, Rastafari is in the lead. You see? So now I've been here, Bobo Shanti, Rastafari, Draconic Church, 12 tribes of Rastafari, so come as one, you see, and we move forward. Well, you are talking about Ras Fako, going against the elders, them teachings, as if you is truly a life for I. You know, life for I, Fako, seeing you're flaky. Same thing with this flipping priest pagan, but priest Fagan. Yo, guy, you're Wagan. Huh? On the bomber ass clock there, judgment for you. Dark up the rascal place like when the day gone. Huh? On the bomber clock is. Talking about what? NIDS is the mark of the beast. It's all over the news in Jamaica. Yeah, well, this Rastaman is saying the NIDS is the mark of the beast, it's the mark of the beast. That's all he's been talking about. See? That's his main topic of discussion anytime he has to address the people. Yeah, well, you know, satellites in the sky causing weather anomalies and earthquake and welcome for this world, you know, welcome for this world and the mark of the beast and this and that. That's all he talks about, literally. And call himself high priest. All right, good. Yeah, high priest of the bomber ass that devil guy. See? I already confront that guy already, he's a clown to me. Zern. But yet, that house, the School of Divinity, which is like a new Rasta house, recently founded. A lot of Rastas go there, Rasta youth and thing, just looking for a place, for seek Jah and for see the people gather and things. So we give thanks for that, but that's about it. That's about it. See, we want to be careful with them because that guy's into a bunch of mysticism. This is why he's always talking about these things. That's all he talks about, right? But if you go and you sit down with him, closed doors now, he might teach you a whole heap of different things about what him know about, a whole heap of different things. He's a Gnostic Rasta. I'm going to burn them. And that's most Rastas for you today. They're Gnostics. They're into masonry. They're into enough things. They're into drugs. See? They're into gay, dumb, and so dumb. And enough more things. Yeah? And witchcraft. And crime. Huh? And crime. Me said the capital of crime in the world are MTL. MTL, which part gangsters them empty shell? Plenty shell. They rape a man dead, tell Michelle. Strictly, ganja, Rasta man them fi sell. Yo. Bambakla. Strictly, herbs, me smoke, crack can't tempt me well. Herbs, me smoke, coke can't tempt me well. You bummer ass clad, eh? Not even liquor can't tempt me well. Huh? You thanks and praise. Huh? Eh? Babylon, we are going to send to hell. Yeah? Babylon, them me a send to hell. Yeah, Rastafari. Born fi win, fi them. Hell to hell. Bomba clad. Yeah? Tell them, Rastafari is the Almighty God. Yeah. So no, them guys, they're not real Rastas. They're Ratsas. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Mark of the Beast and this and that, and now the government of Jamaica is telling the people about differently, you can't plant no more food really, and if we catch you with a certain amount of food and things, you're gonna get charged and fined and blah 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 blah, what kind of madness. Yeah, but it's not only going on in Jamaica, man. Places be, there's too much going on in the world today. Too much. But I can tell you that Jah never came to bow to Babylon. Like a stuffing gnarly sings in that song with my big Gangsi, Damien, and Capleton. Wake up your children and break them chains. Babylon system must fall like rain. And I come to conquer. Well, and I come to conquer, me don't come to bow. Babylon system must fall right now. Exactly, but you see that guy there, he can't sing those songs on his own. He doesn't sing those kind of songs. He doesn't put those kind of lyrics on his albums and stuff like that. So what's up with all of that? Same thing with Gapleton. He hasn't been doing songs like that. It's just now, Heights of Fire. Yeah, for sure. Heights of Fire, man. Heights of Fire, man, with this fucking crappy Bomba Rasta album that is a collaboration with Derek Sound, a song from where? Britain somewhere. Over there. This is the first time an artist released an album in collaboration with a sound. DJs. Okay, bro. It kind of sounds weird. You haven't released an album in 16 years, so no, you can't do that. This is like something that an artist who's been releasing music, doing this thing, well active, he might try something like that, but even still, no, you know what I mean? Like, it might be a vibes like, let's try to build back up the sound culture. Okay, we'll build up back the sound culture, but is this an album or is this just a fun thing? You know what I'm saying? Because well then you might as well shout Derek's sound in some of your songs, which he does. Exactly, so this is, it's a fun thing. And it's because he couldn't do it on his own. He does not generate enough vibes. As hype as he is on the stage and blah, 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 yeah, okay. His music don't generate no bomber ass clap vibes like that. It's only the dancehall and he's hype, right, and that's about it, and that's for parties. That's for parties and stage shows and stuff like that, right. I'm talking about people actually sitting on just chilling. A lot of people like to chill and listen to dancehall, but you see people who love reggae now, them prefer to sit down and listen to reggae more than dancehall. Them love reggae more than dancehall. So you as a so-called Rasta man, you should be making sure that you're doing reggae more than anything. Like Sizzla and even like Damien. It's just what he releases. But we know him for a lot of the roots. Even if you say welcome to Jamrock, we know him for a lot of dancehall too. Good, but he's very rootsy. Oh my Lord, you hear the roots in that. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But Derek Sound, after 16 years, this guy releases his album with Derek Sound. That's a flop. That in itself is a flop after 16 flipping years. You know what I mean? No way. No actual video for any song, especially not the biggest song with Damien. No. What? No visualizers with just random people in Africa and here and there, and wow, It's just like, you're flopping your career. And then there's a few visuals of him in the studio recording Derek Sound. Right, bro, but is this an album or is this like a visualizer? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems kind of like, almost like something like what Joe Mercer did. The Eternal mixtape and visualizer. Anyways, man. No, especially as an elder in the music, who hasn't been doing nothing really, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Whoever's behind this guy, they're just running him into the dirt. He's going down. You see what I'm saying? And this is what they did, Yeah, well, it's coming for you. It's coming for all of you, and well, we ain't got no choice but to hand in our resignation, so we're not going to be supporting you when shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? This is what they're doing to a lot of these artists, especially these so-called reggae artists who are mixed up in a bunch of flipping things, Rasta artists who are mixed up in a bunch of things. You know what I mean? They're embarrassing them. That's an embarrassment. Even the Gnarlies, big embarrassment. Big embarrassment. All of them. You're Rastafari. I mean, how more embarrassing can you get? That's right. They think just because they have money and fame and this name, that's it. That's all that people really care about. And it's true. That's all that most people care about. Yeah, well, guess what? Everything's going down. There's a new world coming right now, man. You know what I mean? The C bills, they said they're going into effect July 18th. They didn't go into effect July 18th. They're going in effect in August, very soon. But they're waiting for the big event. They went into effect July 18th. They passed them. Okay, good. But they're not really enforcing anything right now, really. All right, wait for it. Smoke break. People just so alaze and these kick back kind of vibes, like, The other day I went to the store. I went up to the grocery store, but I walked by the water. As I'm walking by the water, meaning as soon as I leave my building, you go up the street, okay, and you make like a right, and then bam, there's the river. Okay, well, there's a little overpass over the water, and people can walk on it, and people can also ride their bikes. But there's another section where it's an overpass for bikes, scooters, and stuff. So I'm walking on the bridge. What do I see? A family. I see a man. I see a next man next to him. The man next to him was on his right, and then to the left of him I see this chubby youth and this dread girl, and looking too outlandish, some tight up flipping spandex rascal clap batty rider shorts. This is disgusting, you know what I mean? And then behind them, which would be facing me on my way, is this dread guy fishing. They're all fishing, okay? The two dudes are fishing. The girl and the boy, they're just standing there and just leaning over, the rail on the little overpass. And behind them, facing me, meaning, is this dread youth fishing. So I passed through, yeah, man, love, Kid with the fishing rod looking at me, just looks at me like, I hate you. And then just looked away, right? It's gang stalkers, okay? They put a family there to try to bother me. Oh, look at the family. Oh, yeah, where's your family? And look, we got dreads too, So the dude now was standing next to the dude fishing behind this little dread kid. Kid look about 17, The sour look on his face as soon as he seen me. I say to the dread, this was the guy who was, he was fishing. They both had rods actually. But he's the one I was saying was standing, let's say, to the left of this boy and the girl. And then to the right of him is some bald head, black youth. They're all black. I know they're Jamaican too. Okay, yes, brother. Yes, sir. He says, all right, brother, bless. I just reason with him a bit and say, yo, let me tell you something, bro. Things serious right now. Revolution will come and thing. And, Rastafari dealing with the works. Yeah. But that's a long time. We all know that. Yeah, but things are kind of serious and things because, repatriation is a must. But, government switched hands in 62. So His Majesty and Kwame Nkrumah and the Rastafari, them and the OAU, their mission now was kind of postponed. You see, the resettlement plan and the minority and majority reports, visiting these 5 African states and thing and much more. It was a resettlement plan to give some black families in the West who want to return to Africa, these 5 African states that were ready to admit them. They will give them 25 acres of land to build and also monies and stuff like that to help these people build. So we need money, we need to generate the wealth and spread it, so we can develop, and build gated communities and build up our industries and infrastructure and cities and towns. The government in Jamaica was the head government of all the Jamaica throughout the Caribbean, and it changed hands, and the government, the new one, scrapped the plan. All right, that's what I was telling them, Yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard that. I'm like, yo, Queen Elizabeth and Haile Selassie were working together as one. They're both descendants of King David, and thing. I'm like, we're the Israelites. So the girl's like, oh, you're an Israelite? And I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, we're Israelites, man. And she looked at me, she's like, oh, like my uncle. No smile, no nothing. No grimace, no nothing. Oh, like my uncle. And I'm like, no, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not a member of that cult. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that we are the Israelite people of today. We are the people of the book and the descendants of Israel. And when Emperor Haile Selassie, who is the 225th descendant of King David and Queen of Sheba, the dread boy next to me, oh yeah, I heard that, exactly. Well, he's descended from Solomon and Sheba, and so is Queen Elizabeth from an unbroken line. They were working together to free up. Queen Elizabeth free up the Caribbean, she free up Africa and even India and many countries because she was working with His Majesty to build. When Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, granted independence to even Jamaica, it was for Jamaica to be independent and self-sufficient, but they weren't really self-sufficient. So they remained members of the Commonwealth until we could get it done for ourselves, right? And then we could secede from them, de-annex from them, right? That's what her plan was. Working with His Majesty, working with the African leaders and Rastafari as well. Okay? So, it's not like the plan failed. Like I was telling Donald Sangster, he supported His Majesty. He sat in for Prime Minister Alexander Bustamante, and then they poisoned him, and he ended up here in Montreal for medical treatment, and he was murdered here, died here. But I'm saying I think they finished him off here, because in the papers they were saying, yeah, well, things are progressing, and and next thing you know, out of nowhere, boom, he's dead. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want him to survive. So I'm just saying that this is a serious work, and yeah, we got enemies out here still, but yeah, I mean, like, so this is it, like, we're scared of Babylon, so just bow to them. Okay, well, we're not into that. you know. But I had to explain to this girl, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. This is not my religion, you know. The religion today now is Rastafari. Because if you read in the book Hosea chapter 10, it tells you that Jacob was renamed Ephraim, right? So this is what has happened throughout time. Our people, they lose their way. Well, then there's always a sect that breaks away and calls themselves by a new name and then opens a new way, you know. And it just happened over and over and over again, over and over and over time. Okay, so here we are today as the Rastafari, but we are those people in a new name, you know. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know. But as I'm talking to him, you know, the vibes is, yo, I don't like you, you know what I mean? The girl's looking at me like, you know, and then like she left where she was standing, which was right next to the kid who was standing to the left of me, and then went behind me, and then the vibes was just off, you know, like what the rascal these people planning. But I'm like, I'm not even looking behind me right now. I'm talking to you guys. I'm safe right here talking to you. But I know you people are just bumper rascal witches and warlocks, and you know what I mean. You're just in this shit, gang stalking family, man. You know, probably drenched up the place and like it would get him here. We could just mess with his emotions and just disagree with him and contend with him, and you know, just yo, you know, act like as if yo, what he's saying is shit. What he's talking is crap. You know what I mean? Even the little boy, I'm talking to the man, and it's like, you know, as I'm talking to this girl who asks me, oh, you're an Israelite? Yeah, but not like that. We are the true Israelites. None of them said nothing. None of them said nothing. No smile, no, not just, okay, silence. I'm like, yeah, we are the people, you know what I mean? This boy next to me turned and faced me, and the expression on his face, literally, his manners and his body, I don't like you. I hate you. I hate you. Like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Then the girl left because that ain't working, you know. And then it's what they're doing behind me, you know. If it's just spell work and bad mind energy directing at you and these type of things, and that's spell work. So as I'm talking to this guy, you know, and this little boy's right next to me, yo, I don't like you. I hate you. Yo, I hate you. Yeah, I said, what's up to this brethren? The dread. Yes, all right. Okay. You with the family? Yeah. Okay, I can tell that's not his daughter. It's probably his younger sister, which, why you got your younger sister dressing like a whore? You know what I'm saying? And then this little boy, I don't know, that might be her son, or maybe it might be his younger brother. And then this guy next to him looks like a friend or a cousin. And then the kid behind him looks like his younger brother. They're a bunch of kids, you know. But this man I'm talking to, you could tell he's in his 30s. You know what I mean? But it's like, wow, man, this is the family, man. You guys fishing, and there's no joy, there's no love, and here I come in here just to see that. Look at these people, wow. Okay, but secondly, I've never seen a family stand on that flipping bridge and fish like that. Maybe 1, 2 people here and there, but no, never a family of what, 1, 2, 3, 5 people? Never. Black people? Never. So right away, it's just out of place. You know what I'm saying? It's out of place. And then what did they do? They acted out of place. Right, man. A gang stalker, blood clot family. You know? Cool. As I'm talking to this guy. So I'm like, yo, yeah, so you don't know, bless up, yo. You know what I mean? Bless up the family. And he was like, the look he gave me was like, oh, you're leaving? And even his boy that was fishing next to him, he's like, oh, like, yo, wait. You know, like, they had something planned for me there. No joke. Something planned, even if it's just spell work and all of this shit, and just well, we don't believe that, and whatever, you know, like, you know, it's like they're waiting for me to talk about Haile Selassie kind of thing, like, and say he's our God and things, so that they could start saying, no, we don't believe that kind of thing. People, you don't know the vibes when you're trying to talk to people and show people rascal love, and you just reason with them, and yet people have no love for you, and it's clear, man, yo, we hate you, we don't like you, yo, so yeah, whatever, you're nobody, yeah, whatever. It's like, it's not a good vibe coming from all these damn people. It's never a good vibe. Okay, what I'm saying, the vibe intensified, man. This girl was behind me, man, and this kid, I hate you. And I'm just like, yo, all right, later, bless. And no joke, both of them, man, them to my right, looked at me like, yo, no, stay, dude. Yo, all right, gone. Good. I walk. I see some Jehovah's Witness. They have a stand. Oh, really? You must have put this here for me. Okay, because the night before that, I actually heard this big Burger King, Big Mac, Burger King, same thing, and Miss Poppins. They were listening to some Christian program in the room, which was the first time I heard them listening to that. Jesus this, Jesus that. Yeah, for sure. Just doing that to bother me. Jesus. So now I'm walking up to the store now. See if I'm in Jehovah's Witness stand. Yeah, okay. So first thing I said is there's three of them. Yeah, there were three of them. Okay, there was three of them there. A man, like he's in his mid-30s, and older man, looked like he's probably in his 60s, was sitting on a bench, and this black lady was standing next to this young man. His name is Haven, which comes from Aiden, which comes from atom. It's a corruption. It comes from, atom. Here's the original. Then came Adam, and even Amen, and then Allen, and Aiden. All right, good. So his name is Hayden. Fucking Hayden. So I asked him, if I was searching for God, what would you tell me? If I was in search for God today, what would you tell me? Oh, well, the first thing I would ask you is, do you believe in God? I know God. I know God. I know He exists. I know He's real. I accept it. I'm a believer. But I'm saying I don't have beliefs in God. I just know God. I believe in things, but I'm saying I know. So I don't. There's no room for belief. I've transcended that. Okay. So what would you tell me right now if I was in search of God? Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question. Well, the first thing I'd say is exactly it's a hard question. You know what I'm saying? Well, how about I tell you? I understand you believe what you believe, but the history is that the Bible was corrupted. The Romans, they drafted up their own Bible, a corrupted Bible, and the Bible tells us in the book of Acts and even in the New Testament, it speaks about how there are those who are writing doctrines in the name of Christ and the apostles. There are those ministering in their names. And Christ even spoke about anybody comes and tells you he's me, don't believe him. That's right, because his brother, my brother, was going around claiming to be me. See? This is why Christ was saying these things. Okay, good. So I'm just saying there was obviously a doctrine and people out there masquerading as Christ and his followers, disciples, and even apostles. Okay, good. So there was a war going on. So I'm saying Eusebius, who they say wrote the first Catholic Bible, which they say he is the most controversial man in Roman history. This Bible was a corrupted Bible. Okay, all Bibles come from that. Now we're saying there's truth in them, and Christ, the light of Christ, is in them too. And those who find their way to salvation through that, God bless. Okay, but there are those who know that there's way more to it and they want to know the truth. So I'm just saying, I broke it down to them. Okay, Simon Magus, Thomas, Dumas, this and that, the writings, the books of Thomas and Judas that are not in the Bible that speak about Christ and all of the mysteries that he taught Judas and Thomas, but they're one and the same. And Judas was called Tauma. It's in his book. They call him Tauma too. Okay, good. So I'm proving to him that yes, one and the same. But Tauma, Judas Iscariot, is really Simon Magus. Now I'm talking to this man, breaking it down. No man can't say nothing. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm breaking it down for you. This is in your Bible. Nobody can really contend with me. I don't even need to pull up no passages. I'm telling you, this is what's in your Bible, and you know it because you've read the Bible, and I'm sure you know these stories, including about Pythagoras and the disciples of his that he told to go look into a pond, and they're going to find 314 fish, which is the Pythagorean theorem, and they found 314 fish. Good. And then they juxtapose that on Christ now, or juxtapose the name Christ on the temples inscriptions for Pythagoras, and then kind of, you turn Pythagoras into Jesus. So what I'm saying is, it never happened in Jesus' day. It came from Pythagoras. But the Romans started calling all of these saviors Jesus Christ. And so it's Jesus Christ that did all of these things. You couldn't say nothing. Exactly. So I'm just saying, we are Rastafari. We see Haile Selassie as that return Christ then, but we know Christ is going to return one final time, and we're waiting for that. But we don't really discard the old Christ, but we do discard some of the teachings from, these are heretics and Gnostics, imposters and antichrists in the Bible. As I'm talking to him, who do I see riding up on his bike with his speaker playing his music loud? Don Beats. Never ever seen him over there by the water. Never. I'm documenting this shit, people. I gotta dock it. I'm the doc. I'm the supreme doc. Yeah. But the way he's riding, the way the man is riding is like he's making sure to lean closer to me as he's riding, like I'm supposed to be intimidated or something. And with this look on his face with these damn glasses on, looking like a flipping hitman. Literally looking like a hitman. I just looked away and continued my conversation. He went by the bench, which was probably maybe 30 feet away from where I was standing talking to this guy, to sit down there, act like he's just enjoying the day, because the river is kind of like, it's like a little vista open before you when you sit there where this guy sat. Right, man. Anyways, man, listen, these guys have to pack it up and pack it in. And that's what they did. They packed it up and packed it in, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, you're walking that way, which is over another overpass, which leads to the street, which is the street I need to walk on to get to the store I'm going to. Or you guys leaving? Okay, you're walking over there. Yeah, we walked over there. There's a parking lot there. We walked to his car. This guy's trying to show off on me like as if I'm not supposed to be affected. That you have a car and you're going somewhere. Like, yo, bro, I'm taking a walk, man. It's a beautiful day, and he's trying to act like as if he's better than me just because he has things, like a car, and company. All right, boy, have a good day, boy, you know what I'm saying? God bless. And yeah, he's like, yeah, maybe I'll see you around sometime. Yeah, sure, you'll see me around again sometime in your car, and it's the first time I see you here, though, you know what I mean? So no, most likely I'm never going to see you around again. Haven, you know what I mean? But, yeah, your name Haven comes from Adam, which is the origins of the Christ, before the concept of the Christ 2,000s of years ago that you knew about as, Christians. Which the concept was there before, but it was revealed by the prophets and them, and they called him Yahweh, and the hidden God and these things. But it was always prophesied that he will fulfill the prophecy spoken about in Isaiah, and even Abraham spoke about these prophecies. We're talking about Christ's days and the crucifixion, because that was the greatest crucifixion of any man. And that man there, even though he was an evil man, he was the greatest man that the bomber rascal crucified up to that time. You see what I'm saying? And that man is the twin brother of Christ, so Christ did get crucified and felt that same way. And it was him that they wanted to crucify. And the whole world know that, it's either him them want to crucify, or it's him them crucify, or it's him twin brother. At that time, many knew he was a twin brother, but even still, that was very clandestine. But people would say, that even if it wasn't him, it symbolizes him because he's the one that they wanted it. Good. You're shocked. What? Yeah. Atom is the Christ before the concept of the Christ was revealed to you. More than ever, I should say, because the mystery was always there, and the prophets then revealed these things, but then Christ had to come and reveal the mystery to you, I self. That's right, and taught Simon, Judas, many of these mysteries. Good. If you read the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 23, 4. Read it good. What does it say? The ways to life are everlasting, but in the pathways of evil is death. In the pathways of evil thereof is death. Good. So love, light, life, good, and right equals eternal life. You cannot die, because the wages of sin is death, right? But in the pathways of evil thereof, there is death. Good. So you only die in the pathways of evil. Do you understand what that means? Okay, well, everything is an illusion still. And just take some people and you think they're dead and they're not dead. See? Good. These are only good people. These are angelic people who always stand out, who always shine above the rest. See? They're not your stupid bomber class random people who, according to you, they were to heaven, they were good people, and what great work did they do? Like you would say Whitney Houston is in heaven. Sure, Whitney Houston is in heaven. The bomber rascal crack, bomber rascal head girl that was with Bobby, and all kind of rascal madness and so much controversy, and all kind of madness and sell her soul to rascal Hollywood is in rascal heaven. All these people, you're Michael Jackson and these kind of guys. You people would say they're in heaven. You people see Michael Jackson as an angel. That's how sick you are. See? But then when you look on Bob Marley, what you say? I didn't like him and everything, but exactly, he's too real for you. He's too pure for you. He's too pure for you. No controversy, no mix-up, just people talking shit. Michael Jackson, it wasn't just people talking shit. You can find this man talking a lot of shit in interviews and doing a lot of weird things. Like bleaching his skin. and disfiguring himself. Well, stop. You know, that's what I'm saying, you know. Prince, really, this man was dressing up like a girl and singing all these freaky songs. Really. Really. Praises be. Tell me those were not dirty cops that just passed me, because if they're dirty cops, they're probably going to make a U-turn, because I'm actually inside the industrial zone parking lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the industrial zone parking lot. I'm in the industrial zone parking lot, you know, and the feds them just passed, but I don't see them driving. I guess they stopped. Somebody's talking to them over there. Somebody's talking to them. No. You gotta be alert and observant out here. Praises be. People brace for the big Bomba Rasta event. The Black Swan event. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You should say the prelude to it, you know? Because I'm not saying the flashpoint is taking place today or tomorrow. No. But we're nearing that point. We're nearing. You know? Yeah? Yeah. We are indeed. Yeah. That's them right there. You see them? Good. They took off. You know? Smoke break. Oh wow. Here they come back. Driving on a one-way street. Here they come back driving on a one-way street. Okay. Yo, these guys are looking for trouble. These coppers are looking for fucking trouble. The only thing is that they stopped over there, so I don't know why they stopped over there, you know, but I ain't even gonna stay over here for them to come over here and tell me nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just coming off of this property right now, you know, but I want you to see these guys. These are some dirty cops, man. Trust, they're some dirty cops. There's no question that these are some dirty cops. Okay? You see them over there? Okay, good. Very good. Very good. I want to see what these guys are up to. I want to see what these guys are up to. Right now. Right here. I want to see what these guys are up to. Anyways. Yeah, that's the fire. You know. But this guy's is parked up there. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they just roll up on me. No? And I'm gonna keep this life, and I'm going to confront them about Miss Talez and what she was saying about the gang stock, you know. So let them come. You're gonna get a live cop smokeout. Corrupt smokeout. Right here. Live. By the Imperial agent. Huh? Who wants to see that? Who wants to see that? Huh? Who wants to see that? You all want to see that. You think this is a flipping joke, and I'm gonna record it too. No? I mean, I'm gonna put the video on them. I'm gonna put the camera on them, man. What you doing, gang? What's up, gang? No. Now there's a car that just parked, okay? Illegally. Look at this guy. That's right. While the cops are right over there. You know what I'm saying? Now all they gotta do is drive up here, and well, we're gonna have a problem. don't think this guy really have to do that unless he's having problems with his car. But it doesn't even look like he has a problem with his car. Look, somebody's getting in his car. A guy just got out, and the next guy just got in. Exactly. Where are the cops when you need them, man? You know? Oh, he's putting a TV in the car. It's still illegal. It's still getting to shit. You know? All praises be. It's a wonderful day, a wonderful time to be alive. Let's see if the cops stop this guy. With his door open. Oh no. Oh, it's a smoker babe cop. Ah, she just gave someone a ticket. Okay, that's what they're doing. Okay, it's my smoker babe. How you doing? Huh? Yeah. Gang talking to you. The other day I went up to go and see Dave. This was a few weeks ago. Okay? Probably last month. I was just up there. Might even have been almost, about a month and a half ago about. And I said, yo, let me go check this guy, man. You know, he's saying, man, what are you dealing with? Oh, you know, I'm just here. And then he tells me he went to a place in an area called VSP, which is probably like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk away from here. It's the neighboring neighborhood. Yeah, I went down there, I know, I went into the hole. And his brother used to live in there, you know. I used to check his brother there, you know. But there was like a little function down there, some black people, Vincies and some Jamaicans, and had a record label and all kind of things. And remember they had all kind of different functions and open house events and different speakers, motivational speakers from the black community could come in for 1 month straight for Black History Month. I remember I dropped my mother off there one time, you know, and so for every day of the month people would come in and talk and they hear it live, you know, live stream that. All right, cool. And I remember when I brought my mother there, I met Dave's brother. I didn't meet him for the first time, but he was there. I encountered him and I went up in his place and we were chilling like brothers. You know what I mean? And he was telling me some niggers up in there, nuggets, like they act like they run the place. Salut! Like they run the place, and I'm like, yo, they come walk up in this place and all kind of thing, and you know, they only respect him, but they don't diss him, but it's like they act like as if his place is theirs. I told him, you want me to talk to them, bro? He's like, nah, it's okay. I'm like, yo, brother. He said, bro, I'm leaving just now, and he did move. The next week he left, you know, and then I saw him at my cousin's funeral. That's the last time I saw him, you know. Bless up yourself, Steve. Love the same way. But he's telling me he went there. Oh, you know, it was hard, you know. And there was a guy there. This is the same guy that told this guy, Psychosis, that that man there who raised me is not my dad. And he's the same man that also told him that that girl there with the baby, remember the whole truck business and everything. It turns out she's my cousin, Miss Leah Williams, that her brother is my cousin. This is the same guy that told me that, but he's dead now. Okay. And so this guy went up there and he's like, oh, you know, Rex. That's the name of the dude that told this dude about the man's not my dad and blah, 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 that man's my cousin. And many more things, I'm sure. You know, it was hard, you know, Rex. I'm like, first he's like, it's hard, it was hard, you know, man, it was really a challenge. Acting like he's crying. Oh. I'm like, what was hard, man? You know, Rex. Oh, yeah, because Rex lived there. Yeah, you know. But I'm like, yo, didn't your brother live there? No, yeah, and Stevie too. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know, it was hard, you know. I felt like I finally let him go. You know, I went there and I let him go. Acting like he's crying, but no tears are coming down his face. You know, I'm looking at this guy like, wow, you're really putting on a show. And then reaching his dresser for some napkins. And then didn't even wipe like he's like he just dabbed it on his cheek. Oh, you want me to see that you're just fucking faking right now for me to just react to that because he knows I love this better. You see what I'm saying? Remember, this is the same guy that asked me, hey, I'm just asking you, I want to ask you, does it bother you when I talk about Stevie? Because, you know, at that time his brother was dead. No, it don't bother me, you know? I talk about him sometimes, like, why would you even ask me that? You know, oh, no, I'm just asking, so it doesn't bother you? No, it doesn't, you know? Oh, because I thought maybe, you know, well, if you thought maybe, oh, then why are you talking about your brother? This man is a clone. It's not Steve's twin brother, man. He's a clone. You know, you don't love that man. Remember, people, this is the man that came and knocked on my window to tell me that his brother is dead, you know, man. And the man, Rastafari, Claude, knocked on my door first. Knocked on my door. I'm like, yeah, no answer, whatever. Must be an idiot. 2 minutes later, I walked towards my door. I looked through the people. Person's gone. Okay, but then somebody knocks on my window. Oh, Barry, oh, King, B. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to wake you. The heck, man, I'm not sleeping. What's up, man? Oh, got some bad news. And you got some bad news, yeah. Well, I've been having these dreams about my brother who's born the same month as you and your ass clap brother, and near-death experience, at least 4 dreams, separate nights, you know, and so I'm expecting something, and then he comes and he told me, I have some bad news to tell you. And the first thing that came to mind was my brother. But then, right before he said, oh, we lost Stevie, I thought of his brother. And then, boom, he told me, oh, we lost Stevie. So I'm like, oh, wow, yo, I'm going to come and check you. Oh, I'm going for a walk now. Oh, I'll see you later. All right, bro. Fuck out of here, man. You're going to come and tell me that and then just try to leave me like depressed. I ain't depressed, man. You have to get out of here, you know. So I'm just showing you. You don't care about the man, you know, and he's trying to even use that to bother me, you know, literally. So, it is what it is. Praises be. I'm like, wow, I just have to leave him there. Looking so stupid, you know, looking so stupid. This morning, I said, let me go and check this guy. Why? Well, because baby girl wasn't banging on my wall last night, and I got a flipping nightmare. Man. Of me flying, but it's like I don't know how to fly, and I'm fucking. It's like it's clear that as I'm flying, something is trying to stop me from flying, and wants me to crash into walls. But it's just like I don't know. It's like I prevented it and kind of just bumped into the wall more than one time, and it was like, yo, why can't I control my flight? Why can't I control my flying abilities? You know what I'm saying? I'm just supposed to think where I want to go, and I'm just supposed to go. You know what I mean? And then it's like, yo, I'm getting the hang of it and shit. And there's a car driving in front of me, and it's like I'm flying backwards. You know what I mean? And they're looking at me like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoa. You know, like, because obviously I'm supposed to be flying frontwards. You know what I'm saying? And see where I'm going. Yeah, like, what the heck? Like, that was a dream, you know? And I woke up like, oh, no, here you guys go again, man. This was a nightmare, you know, like, I'm going crazy. Something's wrong with me, you know. Obviously, well, I can't fly, can I? Well, you wouldn't know that until the time comes, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, that would disturb them. It would alter their mood, throw them off a bit, you know. What the heck? Slamming into walls, but not really crashing into it, you know. But it's clear that something's trying to make me crash, you know, but I can't see it, you know. Yo. Oh, people, it was a nightmare, man. You know, it's like, okay, you know. And then I'm like, this girl now, mentally, she did not bang on my wall last night. You know? So I'm like, let me go check this guy, you know? And I go check him, he's just sitting there, oh, hey, King, hey. You know, got some dog in his room. I wasn't even going to go check him. I was not going to go check him. I just wanted to pass his room and see what he was doing. But I went upstairs, and I saw this dude, and I said, yo. And then, as I passed his room, I hear him saying that, oh, it's just Barry, oh, it's just Barry. The heck? That's why I went to go and check him. Well, who are you talking to? And why you keep calling my name, bro? Huh? That's like the other day, I flipping passed down the street, and you guys are waiting for me. Him and the flipping nugget, I was throwing things down on this guy. I hit Poppin's car, you know, and he was standing there waiting for me, where I've never seen any of them stand. But now it's the both of them together waiting for me, and it was dark. It was after sunset. Boom, right there. So this guy, this nugget Stefan, who I think this man used to be with my sister, you know, I asked him the other day, and he's like, nah, but didn't ask me why you would ask me that. You know what I mean? Nah. Yeah, okay, bro. Sure, bro. Like, I believe you. You know? This guy used to be with my sister. This would be Andrew B. baby mother, you know, and it's like, yo, can I get a split from you? Nah, I ain't got that. And sure, I know his cousins, and we spoke about that the other day. He's like, what do I tell my people? I mean, what do you tell them? Out of nowhere. What do I tell? What do you mean? What do I call you? I just tell him Barry G, fam. Spoonie them brother, man. He's gonna know what you're talking about, you know. And then, like, remember these two were standing next to each other, you know, as I walked down the street, you know. But this guy, he left Dave to come and talk to me. So he's, say, about 5 feet away from Dave, you know, and I'm talking to the man. I said, yo, Barry G. And then watch this guy, Barry G. Barry. I'm like, what the fuck you calling my name for? You don't like me. I just walked inside, you know. Stupidness, you know what I mean? Just stupidness. Listen, last night, I was standing where I'm standing right now on the block. Okay, right here's the community garden here. Let me show you what it looks like, you know. And I walk over here, and I hear talking, and I just know this guy's out here. There's different guys out here, man. Watch this shit, man. Watch this shit. And he's there. He's standing right there by the barbecue. Okay, that's where the man was standing with 2 friends. Okay, barbecuing. I'm like, I'm just watching them, you know. And I seen like a party, you know. And then I seen Miss Poppins in the kitchen. So you guys thought I was coming up here, but I'll tell you something, man. Listen, I'm a multi-dimensional being. You see what I'm saying? The 8th was the lion's portal, and I'm through that. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll see me and not even see me and think you see me in the astral, and then it's like, was it him? Yeah, it's him, but which him was it? You know what I'm saying? It's like I split up, you know, I splintered, you know, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? So they weren't sure when he's gonna come, but they knew he was coming, and they thought I was there in the day, but I was there in the day, in astral. Like, yeah, I know what you guys are doing, you know what I'm saying? And so these people really put on this little party, barbecue and shit, thinking that I'd be around and shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, these guys are standing over there by the barbecue. I decided, well, listen, I waited until all 3 of them were deep in a discussion. Were facing the barbecue. Boom, I start walking that way. To go around that way, to go in the building, which is not in front. There's a door in the front, but they close it at 9 o'clock. There's another door on the other side of the building. I'll be on this side. Over there. That's the door right there. Okay? If you see the street over there. So there's a guy sitting there. Oh, this guy, are you recording me? No, I'm not recording you. You know? Right there, you see the garbage dumpster there. Okay, you see the sidewalk there on the other side. Okay, I'm saying right across where that person's walking. That's the front of the building. So that banister right there. Okay, steps right there. That's the front or the side of the building, because the front they close at 9. So I'm walking around over there. You know, by the time I get to the stop sign, man, I hear, yo, hey, yo, I just keep walking. Hey, yo, oh gosh, yo, hey, yo. It sounds like Dave, you know, and I'm not looking, but when I look, it's some other dude. He look kind of, I mean, I guess, man, I said bulk. The guy look kind of bulk, you know, but he's one of the guys that was talking to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he was the guy that was saying, yo. So then, as I get to the stop sign and I cut right, I look to see, who the heck is calling me, man? It sounds just like Dave, but then it doesn't sound like Dave. It sounds like him, but it doesn't feel like him. I look, it's the bulky dude. Oops, sorry. It's the bulky dude. And then he looks at me, hey, Dave, is that you, Dave? Is that you? I said, no. And I just kept walking, you know? And he's like, yo, you sure, yo? What the heck? What the heck? You know, is that you, Dave? Is that you, Dave? And I'm like, no. I kept walking. Then you hear Dave, oh, no, that's just blah, blah. Yeah, mama. Just walked into the building. Have a good day. Just walked into the building, man. Forget that, you know. But I'm just showing you, you know, stupidness this dude does, you know. This man has no brain in his head, you know. So this morning, fly up there, telling the dog, it's Barry. I went to go check this girl, Debbie, to go and give her a jar of roaches and some papers. You know, I seen her the other day and she said, hi, Barry. She was so sweet. You know, okay, man, just be sweet, man. You know what I mean? When I went to go and give her some roaches that I have, you know, I saved them up and usually I give them to her, you know. on a rainy day, if I'm just riding out, I might twist up a road split, but I don't really do that. You know what I mean? But she likes them. You're so strong, But she wasn't there. And I hear him almost, Barry, who are you talking to? He's talking to some dog, some little flipping poodle in there. Called Penny, Penny or whatever, Polini or something. And okay, I'm like, who you talking to? Why you keep calling my name? Oh, he's talking to the dog. I'm like, oh, I see the dog. The dog just keeps looking at me, And then I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yo, what happened to the Greek guy, man? Let me hear his take on it. Oh, him, you wouldn't believe, 7 cops came and he had some big detergent, laundry detergent bottles filled with piss, and how the man was spraying them with the piss. I don't know about all of that. Because he would have got arrested. When how 7 cops, they had to drag him out and they brought him downstairs and he came upstairs more than once, and then they had to drag him back out, and they even cuffed him, and yeah, okay, all of that happened. Because I heard something happened the other day with him, big stand up for the feds. Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe. He doesn't want to tell me what happened though. Oh, you wouldn't believe. Yeah, you see that guy there? That's the same guy that was on the bus that day, guy gang stalking me that day, bro. Before I even got on the bus, bro. And I'm saying, oh, he does that to everyone. No, he doesn't do that to everyone. Stop acting like as if you guys do what you do to everyone. It was a Destiny Soul swap that you guys were trying to do on the fucking bus. That day I even confronted this guy about it and showing him my bumper blood clot Facebook link and told him, bro, you're going to get the flipping judgment for coming for me. You see what I'm saying? Everybody who comes for me, you're going to get the rascal judgment. See me, I send you straight to hell. I don't mean say you're going to dead and go to hell. No, it means say you're going to go through the things that I've been through even, and things you want to see me go through. Hardships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's going to be worse for you because you ain't strong like me. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to cry like a baby. See? So you get him judgment, ended up in jail right away. That's right, you punk. While you're in jail, flipping court notice, differently, that's right, now, you're evicted. Now, guess what? He gets out. I don't know if before he got out, he owed these people some money for some dope he bought from them. Well, he didn't buy it from them, took from them, consignment, And then, now he's out. Now, guess what? Apparently he had a bill of about $460 that he owed Miss Poppins for fucking dope. This is what this man is telling me. That's right. Just talk, keep talking, keep talking. So I'm here. I got 2 ears, so I listen more than I talk. I do. And I got big ears. And I hear everything. Yeah, he owes Miss Poppins $460 plus he owes like $1,200 rent, 2 months rent. Right, so that make this guy run up the bill. Exactly, makes no sense. They're so stupid. Yeah, I never said all of that. You can say that. Obviously, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I have to call them that. I mean, it's kind of clear. That's what it is. Clear. And I'm like, Bridging, how did the man really run up a bill when the man owed them rent money still? He's still here taking work from them and not paying them and he owes them rent money. How is that even possible? But then I said, the man's a talker. He's not a good talker. He's a talker, see? Meaning he's a rascal. He's a warlock. You see what I'm saying? People who know if to talk and convince people of anything. These people are flipping crafty. They're into witchcraft, And he's like, oh, yeah, you got that right first. Him? Yeah, like him. He is definitely a warlock. Yeah, and so are you. You know what it is. And he tries to flipping cut me off talking about offering me a flipping apple, what do you call it, an apple patty, like a toaster strudel that he has in his fridge. Oh, you want one? No, I'm good, bro, but I'm telling you straight, I know a Destiny Soul Swap was supposed to take place. You guys think that's real, and it didn't work. And I told this guy, wait for your judgment, bro. He even told me he's moving. I seen him and I said, you're gone. I'm gone? Yeah, you're gone, bro. Yeah, I'm gone, I'm leaving. And he still stayed here. And he's like, that's when he got out of the jail. Exactly. So he went to jail. See, after he came for me, see, and he's a big warlock like you, but you're bigger than him, right? See, went to jail, got the notice for the eviction, boom, you gotta get out. Okay, he gets out, he's still here, promising them he's gonna give them some money, you see what I'm saying? And it's taking work from them, owes them for that, owes them for rent, you see what I'm saying? And now big standoff with him in the feds and shit, blah, 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 blah. That's right, where is he now? In the streets, looking for a place. Exactly, you see the judgment that reach him? Anybody that come for me, I send them to hell, bro. Saying I am karma and I am dharma too. You do good to me, I dharma you up. You do bad to me, I karma you up, man. I'm gonna karma you up, yeah, like carve you up like a rascal cake. See, but karma you up, yeah. Bomba clad. You know? And then again, hey, you want one? You want an apple or patty? No, man. Oh, they're really good. They're really good in the morning. I don't eat in the morning. Oh. I don't have an appetite in the morning. Oh, me neither. Yeah, okay, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I even left his room like at least twice, you know. Just walked away from him, you know what I mean? And then came back 3 times, actually. I did it thrice. You know, I just do that to mess with him. Huh? I just do it to screw with him. You know, where'd he go? He's not coming back? Oh, no. Man, I thought I had him. For sure. Oh, he's back. Oh, yeah. Oh no, he's gone now. No. Oh, I thought I had him. Oh, he's back. I just leave him and don't go see him again. You know what I mean? But this is what the man telling me. Oh, the Greek boy owed 460 plus the 2 months rent and blah, 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 and the drama and blah. Very good. Very good. You know? But that was the plan that they had for me. This is what they do to people. Rent you out a place, make you sign a lease agreement for like a year. Okay, sure. But then you don't renew that for as long as you're staying there, which means as soon as you go inside, oh, boom, gone to rental board, boom, yeah, you're gone. You see what I'm saying? This is the plan. Yeah, for people that they can't manage or micromanage in there, like myself. The plan is to try to get you out of here, then. You know, get you in the streets. Yeah? They're sickos. This is the plan. This is why they put on that damn paper that they went and the file that they opened up, right? They tried to open up a file on me, you know. No, they didn't try to open up a file on me. This is what they went and told the court the day I didn't show up to the court, but how I signed a lease agreement for 1 year, 23 to 24, but never renewed it. But they didn't say I didn't even renew it. They just put, yeah, well, he's been here 23 to 24, lease agreement was signed, and, well, yeah, he's still here up until 2026. But you're saying that there's no lease agreement. Exactly. Well, that's illegal then. You're not supposed to be taking no money from me if there's no bomba rascal lease agreement, you punk. See? But this is what they try to do, and now this is backfired on them. This is what they do to people. See? It's like a backup plan just in case, you know. Plan A don't work, but plan B is to get them out of here, and then plan C, yeah, boom. You're evicted. Ha 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 ha. You know? You be careful of people. You know, I tell people anytime you rent a place, make sure you sign a lease agreement, and if it's like a rooming house or something like that, you make sure you get your receipt every month. And secondly, you make sure you sign an agreement with them to move in there. See? You know that. Because they could just turn around and say, well, actually, this place was for someone else, and actually he was staying with the person. The other person disappeared, and he was paying me rent, but now I don't want him here. You know, the lease agreement wasn't in his name. You know, like he can literally do that. You know, and then he's not wrong because, well, somebody has to pay the rent for the lease agreement that the other person made, but that person's not here right now. But then there's someone else paying it. Well, guess what? I don't want you here no more. You know, where's your friend? He's not here. Well, you got to go. Exactly. I don't know who you are. You know, I took your money for 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 months. Could even be a year. Like, you know, where's your friend? You know, like I can't do this anymore. You know, I thought he was coming back, and well, he's not back yet. So you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Praises be unto the Most High, Jah. You know, what else? What else? Well, when I got to the damn grocery store, I see this girl I haven't seen in so long. I know this girl from the youth center my mother founded called Youth in Motion in Little Burgundy. Okay? One of the most impoverished black areas and neighborhoods in Montreal, which means it's, you know, riddled with crime and many more things. Even STDs and stuff like that, you know, things kind of changed. They cleaned it up, you know, upscale, you know, development projects, government, social housing and development schemes, you know, so it's not the same as it was even 15, 20, 30, even 40, 50 years ago, you know, it's a different place now. You've got a bunch of different immigrants in there now, you know, sprawled through the damn place, you know, but, at that center, a little girl used to come there with her brother. All right, this little girl and brother are the younger siblings of my friend Daddy Reds. This is the guy who I told you about. This girl, man, Destiny Swap. You know, her grandfather is actually my cousin's dad, my favorite cousin's dad, and all of that, and related to my damn rascal and mother them. You know what I'm saying? That side there. Well, the dude now who showed up that night to dirt me down in the basement, that's the man that dirt my friend Daddy Reds, who was his friend too. They grew up in the same hood and thing like that. You know what I mean? That youth, my friend Daddy Reds, Jamai, you know? And he has a younger brother named Kush. Me and Jamai are the same age, and he had a younger brother named Kush, younger than him by like 3 years. He used to do music and thing, you know? He used to kind of coach him and give him a strength. But it's Daddy Red's sister. You know? Whoa. You know, in my face, as I get to the end of the aisle again, oh yeah, waiting for me, man. And getting everybody and anybody for me, man. Hi. She walked away from me, I don't know you. I'm like, yeah, man, you remember me. Yeah, you remember Youth in Motion, man. You and your brother used to come, man. Your brother Kemo, man. You know, used to come, man. You have another sister. Yeah, that's Kalita. You know, and I'm like, yeah, you know. I'm like, last time I saw you, you had a baby. No, that's my older sister. Exactly. You guys look so alike. Yeah, everybody tells me that. Yeah, for sure. You know. You know. And, you know, we spoke a bit, and I said, you know, tell your mom and your dad I said hi, you know, because I know them too, you know, Rastas, you know, and I found my thing, you know, my mother found the Youth in Motion, and today I found the UFC. Oh, I heard of that. Yeah, of course you heard of that. Little girl, I was in Youth in Motion probably maybe 5 years ago. Probably about 5 years ago, man. Maybe 4. And I showed up, and she was there with a bunch of kids, and we had a big, it was like a open house reasoning. You know what I mean? It was great. They can't even do that. They don't do that. They don't know how to do that. They have to call in people to do that. That's right. And so I used to use the flipping locale, yeah, which remember is my mother and her friends founded that. And I would use the locale to do these little open house discussions with these kids. And it's great. They're fully engaged. Fully engaged. So she was there with her brother, the same Lemuel. Right. You know what I mean? And she's oh yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, sure, man. Just looking at me, just smiling for the whole time. Yeah, man. Just smiling for the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I remembered her. It was supposed to be like a, you know, oh, I see more. I don't know you. Oh, that must bother him. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you know, I check for that girl. You know, I check for them. You know, your brother used to be my boy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, it's supposed to hurt him. You know, wow, she doesn't remember me. You know what I mean? Like, shit, you know what I mean? I used to cook for them in the center and stuff like that and take care of these kids. You know what I mean? And tutor them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Wow. You know, nobody likes me. You know, anyways, that was that. That was that, you know. I left her there, you know. Here's the link. Check it out. What's going on? I'm sister's cousin, Prince Emmanuel's son, doing the work. You know what I mean? And this is a work for us all. You know, so it's for you too. You know, and you take care. Take good care. Okay, thank you. All right. Bye. You know? This is what it is. You know? Tell you they'll use anybody, man. They'll use a baby to get to me. A baby. You know what I'm saying? Let Jah be praised. This one's kind of long, eh? Yeah. It's long and strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People, huge, mega, hyper, ultra incoming adults in this bomber rascal judgment scene. You understand? New Zealand got rocked. California got rocked just this morning. San Jose, Colombia got a big 8-point earthquake this morning. You see what I'm saying? Montreal got rocked. Quebec. Sorel get rocked. See? And enough more things are going. Jamaica get rocked today. Ethiopia get rocked by a 6-point earthquake today. See? Today. Good. It's a heightened increase in earthquake activity. So you must be alert. You know? Heightened awareness proclivity. See me I say? Yeah. Because I tell them butt out a boy blood clot cavity. You see me I say? Yeah, butt you up in your mouth, boy. Look at this Rastafari. You see me I say? Yeah, me bust one in a man head make him brain blood clot experience. Blood clot gravity. You see me I say? Yeah, because, well, Rastafari. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Bambawol. Rastafari. Fuck you. Then, idiot white boy. Look at this guy, this loser. You see the blue car? That's a stupid loggerhead blouse and skirt, rusty, crusty dread guy that I bucked one time. He was driving a rental and I told you he dropped me off at the corner. He was telling me about Dan Beats and blah, blah, blah. And then Tasnia dead about 2 days later, you know. And I said, yo, let me call this guy because I know, said you know Wagwan, yeah, so. And I said, yo, you know the block? Yeah, I know the block really, but I was talking to you yesterday and you acting like you don't know over there. You know, oh yeah, yo, bro, a girl just committed suicide, you know, 3 police in the hospital right now, you know, they lock off the street. Wow. Yo, me call you back. I just have to drop off this guy and I'm going to call you right back as soon as I'm done with him. I'm going to link you. No, you're not. Later. You see? Later. You know? And he didn't link me back. You know? That's the damn clown. The same clown who it was the next day, you know. Not the same night. I said, watch this idiot. And I say, yo, Rasta, you know. And he's like, who is this? Who is this? Right. And I sent him back a laugh, a smiley emoji. You know, I tell you that works, you know, provoke them. Called me right away, oh, who is this? And the judgment, click. I'm going like a damn idiot when you took my flipping number and stored it in your bummer ass clot phone. I'ma just call you and talk to you today. But no, me I call you, I go and say, so much blood clot people you deal with me. You're just so busy, you know, that you don't know it's me calling you. For sure you don't. But yet he was by that bummer ass clot place. I remember I showed you people when I was walking up the street. He was there, right there on the balcony there. I showed you, man. He was on little steps over there, man. Him and 2 man. I pointed, I showed you. It's right up the street there. Okay. Past that stop sign, you can even see it right there. Right there. Right over there. Okay, between the stop sign and the bummer ass truck, but across the street. Okay, here's this Batty Beats with the same crusty, rusty dread, the clown, yeah, with some other guy on the balcony. Now I know who the guy was. I told you, I recognize him, you know. It's a man that works in a restaurant called Bumba Rascal Green. I think it's called Greens. It's a Grenadian restaurant, and they cook and sell food. All right, and I've been there a few times, and he's just one of them. The man's a Bumba Rascal warlock and thing, and a blouse and skirt, trickster, and he linked with them. He's the one that moved into that building right there. I told you there was another Vinci youth that was there who I just seen the other day passing in his car up the road somewhere. He used to live there and he left. And now you have this next blouse and skirt Grenadian guy there. You know what I mean? Which, yeah, man, I tell the same come for me. This guy. That's why he's there. And then one day I seen him. I was standing right across the street from him talking to the nugget that was throwing things downstairs at this clown and hit Poppin's car. I was standing right across the street from him, and the man came out of his place. He didn't know I was there. I'm gonna say, oh, it's really you, guy. And say, yeah, Mr. Rastafari, you know, Bamba wall, right there. You know? I think we need some reinforcement around here. More magicians to try to trap this man. Yeah? So we can hold him and bind him up. Bomba class sickles. But why did I bring that up? Over there? Why did I bring that up? Anyway, that's just a judgment. You know what I'm saying? People, I'm just showing you what's goody out here. You know what I mean? I'm just showing y'all. That crusty dread was the one who was over there, is what I was saying. And here you just see him passing his car. He does it a lot. Passing a car. I just went into a store the other day. Costco store, and I told Costco, it's the last time I come in here, you keep having this damn attitude with me, you know, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he was outside, and then he comes in the store, but he sees me walking, I'm leaving the store. But there's an aisle. There's 2 aisles. He can go in the left or he can go in the right. Well, he sees me going right, and you know, these damn psychological rascal sickles, you know, it's just games, you know. Oh, you're going right, I'm going left. Oh, you're going left, I'm going right. You know, but me, guy, I'm trying to go the opposite way you're going to, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say that. I mean, just by my action and my body movement, it was clear, bro. I'm not trying to go your way. I don't want to see you. I'm not trying to walk towards you, bro. You know, so it's like, I'm like, yo, yeah, go that way, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you. He's like, yeah, all right, yeah, sure, all right, Bumble. You see? So more time I'm gonna see him pass, I call him Bumble. Krusty the Rascal, Rusty Clown. Huh? These damn blasted people. You know? So that's that, you know. That's that, you know. Also, the 22nd was when the stupid judge who made the ruling on the flipping 8th of July, not the 8th of June. I said yesterday the 8th of June is what I told this stupid bailiff who came to ramp with me. You know what I'm saying? But it's really July 8th, you know, fix the glitches. You know what I'm saying? Smoke break. Luc Dufont is his name. Okay, you made the ruling on the 8th, but you waited until the 22nd. Why? Because the flipping full moon was coming on the 29th. My son's birthday is on the 25th. His Imperial Majesty's birthday is on the 23rd, as is my grandmother. Oh, sure, this is really gonna destabilize this guy. Huh? That's what it was. Remember they ambushed me on the 25th, my son's birthday? Mm-hmm. So the plan was for me to get locked up. I'm trying to show you, this is what these people do. So the plan was, we get him locked up, he's going crazy, we got him locked up, we got the damn notice from the court, you gotta get out. Boom, send the bailiff, throw his shit out while he's in jail. See? So I proved to you, said this is the plan what them did have. This is what them do to people, too. Then, good. Dirty, eh? Tell me about it. Tell me about it, eh? No wonder why, back in the 80s, man, you had 2 chapters of the Hells Angels here in Montreal, okay? The first chapter was in the north, in Laval, okay, which is not far from here, and they control all of Montreal, right? Then you have the south chapter, which is in Sorel, and they kind of control like other things like the South Shore and certain regions and things, and they had their own presidents, 2 separate presidents for both chapters, okay, regional presidents, right? But you see the chapter here in the north, there were some fucking sickos, you see, killing off their own. They killed off their first president in 1983, set him up in a restaurant in a place where I used to live, kill him and kill the next man, see, wounded the next man too, you know. And according to the South chapters and all the other chapters of the Hells Angels all across Quebec and even the world, according to them, the flipping North chapter are the most unruly. They shouldn't even be called Hells Angels, and they wanted to rasclat exterminate all of them. Those here in Canada agreed this is what we're going to have to do, and they set up the heads of the North chapter in a place called Sherbrooke. This is known as the Lennoxville Massacre. These guys were at a sandwich club doing coke and partying the night. Yeah? No, they were at a hotel in Lennoxville the night before, partying, doing drugs and stuff, even though they said there's a rule. The Hells Angels said that anybody found or caught doing hard drugs will be killed. See? Because they were saying that the drugs really mashes the people, them up, and, you know, they just get really unruly. So they were doing it, but they would say, you can't. Okay, well, they went and partied and got high, and then after leaving that hotel, they went to a sandwich club in a place called Sherbrooke. They used to live out there too, which is their territory, and they splashed them. See? Execution style in the basement of the Bombaras Club sandwich club. See? Well, that's what they did to them, you know, and they wanted to exterminate all the rest of them, but they just left them because then, you know, they couldn't contain it. You know, they couldn't contain. But let's just say the stronghold and structure of the North, it fell apart. It really did. Okay, and then here is what we call the red zone. It got real nasty out here. See? So these Hells Angels, especially over here, do not have no good reputation. This little sect of the Hells now splintered away because they said, you guys are just unruly. You move like street gangs. We're trying to be like a, criminal organization and a club. Man, we're not trying to be a street gang. You know what I'm saying? These people just rob anybody and do any little thing for money and don't care about the name that they're garnering for themselves. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just showing you it was serious. And then came the big war between 1994 and 2000, the biker war. Okay, the big biker war that took place here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you this thing is really serious. Saying these people, it's like they don't see that right now they're really taking them down. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like you guys, all of you who are into all of this madness, they're doing so much, and it affects them, have to complete their investigations and make sure they get all of you who are involved in these things. And so we're not just talking about Hells Angels now. These Hells Angels over here are not like other Hells Angels. These Hells Angels are Eastern Order Star Freemasons. I would do anything for money. You see what I'm saying? Good. So other Hells distance themselves from them. See? So there's this big investigation going on that these people really refuse to accept. Is real. See? That's your judgment. I'm the overcover agent. I tell you, I'm warning you. Get the fuck out. All of you who can't get out, run for your lives. You see what I'm saying? In this bomb-ass judgment. But this girl, man, mentally banging on my bomb-ass wall the night before, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and leaving the key in the door. Come in. Oh, is that all you want to say to me? Is that all you want to say? Yeah, you left your key in the door. I didn't even respond. I said, you left your key in the door. Oh, thank you. Is that all you want to say to me? Nodded my head and walked away. She seemed kind of startled by that response. Like, what the? Yeah, you little girl. Miss Rascalot Minally. Okay, I told her, you tried to set me up, man. You left your key in your door for me, thinking I'm just going to walk in there, hoping I'm going to walk in there. They're saying, oh, he ain't got no woman, and oh, yeah, for sure he wants a woman, and I'm right next to him. You know what I mean? I'm right next to him, yeah. And the thing is this, I know what these people are up to. I told this girl one time, I seen her walking on the block. I told you. I said, yo, come here. I didn't do it. Yo, come here. And she comes, I'm like, yo, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You work for these people? No, I'm just in there. You're just in there. So suppose I wanted to fuck you right now. You know what I'm saying? Suppose I give you a change right now to fuck you. What do you got to say about that? I don't do that. Like, you know, I hustle and stuff, but I don't do that. Okay. But what do you do? Yeah? Mentally. Yo, I'm testing the damn thing. And I mean, like, yeah, man, if the girl will give it the thing, I'm going to just fuck around and run her. Go, here, hold this, man. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. No, she can't do nothing to me. No, I can't contract nothing if she have nothing. Because, trust me, clean, and secondly, I'm using a condom. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's like that. Just, yo, in and out, bye. It's one of those things. I need a woman. You know what I mean? Yes. I'm still a man in that capacity. You know? And she's like, oh, you? I don't do that. I'm a mother. You're a mother, but you're in there smoking crack, and you had this flipping Bengali guy in there with you, and you guys are terrorizing me, and you're just in jail, and you have warrant out for your arrest, and that kind of thing. I'm a mother, and I'm into girls. You're into girls? You're going to tell me you're into girls, but you had a Bengali man over there with you for about 7 months until you went to jail, and he dipped on you? And now he's in some kind of rehabilitation program or something? Really? You're into girls? You're into girls? Oh, is this why you were... She was in her place, man, making a bunch of noise with some girl. You see what I'm saying? And they're both banging on my walls like crazy, you know what I'm saying? But soft, like, come over. Come over, literally. And no, I'm serious. This is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, these rascal girls, you know what I mean? And I went over there and I was going to ask her, what's wrong with you, man? Like, well, is it your friend doing that? Well, you guys can't shoot. You guys okay? Well, I mean, you want my attention? What's up? I'm here. What's up? You want to talk to me? Like, you know, the door was ajar. It was ajar, and they were deep in the room because it's a long hallway to get inside the rascal place, you know? And it was dark, you know, and the door's ajar, you know? I'm like, oh, yeah. And come inside. And that was one of the times I told you she left the door ajar for me to go inside. Or the judgment coincide. You see? My girl, you left your key in your door trying to set me up again, man. You're mindless. You think you can get me so easy? Huh? Secondly, I took a shower at like 5 in the morning. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it was 4. It was around 4, you know. I'm sure I do that, right? But it's because she was banging on my wall, soft. Yeah, come over. And you come. Door's open. I mean, there's a key. You could just turn the key and come in. You know what I mean? My point is, I confronted her. Yeah, your key. That's all you have to say. Walked away. I went to bed. I took a little nap and I got a vision. What was the vision? Cops are in the place. One of them is a federal agent, just like one too. And they're at my door, you know? And they said, oh, Miss Thing over there called your name and said, I'm like, nah, man, I didn't do nothing. She was trying to say I walked into her place and that, you know, I sexually molested her, maybe even raped her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even raped her. I'm just like, no, man, I didn't do nothing. Look, I'm just going to get dressed, okay? And then I went to get dressed, and when I went to the door, they were gone. They were gone. So that was a confirmation to me that, yes, they really did try to set I and I up still. You know? These idiots. Huh? You Rastafari. Our praises. Our praises. Should I pause and resume this? Huh? And give you, you know, the latest, yeah, world news. We're in the smoking gun, people. Smoking gun. Yeah, and I call it that because the volcanoes are about to bust up, yeah? Yes, the smoke pipe. Yeah? The smoke cylinder. Huh? Don't play with this, yeah? Don't play with this thing. I told you, we smoking. We smoking. And we ain't never gonna stop smoking. And I don't smoke, kids. And I'm gonna keep smoking. I smoke all evil. I'm addicted. I smoke all darkness. You know, I swallow it up into my smoke with the flame. You know what I'm saying? And I'm highly addicted. I ain't never gonna stop smoking. I will never stop smoking. I will never quit. You know? Never. You know? They ain't know me joining no alcoholics, or I should say, you know, anonymous group, you know, for therapy, counseling. I'm addicted. You know? And I'll never stop smoking. Never. Never. I'm the rockhead. Yeah. Hey, bless up yourselves, people. Shine bright. Shine bright. See? Now let Jah be praised in all your ways and in all your doings. Give thanks unto Jah. Seek Him. Yeah, and seek ye the kingdom of Jah. Seek ye first the kingdom of Jah, and all things will be added. Yeah, and remember, yeah, that in the ways of righteousness there is life eternal. Yeah, but in the pathways of darkness thereof there is death. Yeah. Yeah, so live, man. Live, I never said that, yeah? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.